I love to read. It's how I relax. It just makes me feel just
Dad, get out. I'm playing Xbox now.
like I was saying. I love to read and spend time learning new skills.
Dad, get out. I'm watching a movie.
Learning new skills, spending time learning. That's what I was going to say. I really like time to myself. Time where
Mario, did you take the bins out?
time to myself where I can sit back, relax, and read and learn something.
I'm going to bed.
I need my own space. So this is normally my space. This is my home office. I work from home, so I can probably easily spend 10 to 12 hours a day in this little room. And I do like it, but it's hard to use as a relaxing space for me. It's definitely a workspace. I come in and I see the laptops on the desk. I see the cords everywhere. Behind me, there's another desk full of books and junk. As soon as you walk in, that's what you see. It's just not a nice space to relax in. This is a workspace. Wife, 3 kids, 2 dogs. Honestly, I'm lucky to have this much. Now, of course, I do have this, my workshop. This is a beautiful space to come out in, and it's looking really, really good lately, mainly because I spent the last month cleaning up, reorganizing, rebuilding, and all that sort of fun stuff out here. So while it is fantastic, it's not really the most comfortable space in the house to sit down and read a book. So my office is more comfy, but it's just as messy as the workshop used to be and a whole lot smaller. I can clean it up, of course, but putting the bookshelf up here was a bad idea because they really just assault your eyes as you walk in the room. And I already have a desk here which kind of works because any other desk I build is just going to do the same thing that I've already got. It's just going to store junk on a flat surface. All I want is a small, clean little space all to myself to hide away in and read a damn book. Is that asking too much?
You've got mail.
Hi, Woodfather. Flexispot are the #1 choice of standing desk sellers in the USA, with 2 out of every 3 standing desks sold by Flexispot. See, how do you even relax in the same room that you get spam email in? Our desk can hold up to 160 kilos, moves from 600mm all the way up to 1255mm at the push of a button, and remains stable at any height, even when loaded up with weight. Flexispot Australia are so confident in the quality of their stands that they even offer a 10-year warranty. Gee, up to 1255. That actually might be useful. I've been thinking of buying a standing desk as I work from home permanently, so it would be good to have, but 1255 is higher than I expected a desk to go. Woodfather, would you be interested in testing out one of our E7 standing desks? Ooh, you can modify it however it suits you. Please have a think about this and let us know. So I did think about it. I got back to Flexispot, we had a bit of a chat, and before I knew it, my workshop was a mess again. And so now I need a plan. I'm not interested in just having a regular old standing desk. I need to find a way to make my office my cozy little space. Something for me to enjoy and look forward to going into. This is actually kind of high. So the plan is, #1, I need to hide all the cords and all the crap that's on top of the desk. That's a given. #2, I'd like to ideally hide my laptop entirely. That'd be really cool. And finally, all those books that are sitting behind me, I want to hide them. I still want to have them easily accessible, but I don't want them to be seen. To start with, the bamboo desktop that it came with looks really, really nice, but it's not going to fit the awkward shape of my office, so I'm going to have to change this. So this is nice enough plywood, but I'd prefer something a little bit cleaner on the edges. I'm going to try to improve it by biscuit joining and pocket hole screwing some Tassie oak as a border all the way around. Because my office is an awkward shape, I do have to cut off one of the corners. Well, beauty, this is looking really, really good. I love how empty it is. And the good thing about a desk is when you have an empty desk, it means you have an empty mind. And that's what I'm going for here. No? When you have a clear desk, you have a clear mind. That's what I'm going for here. I want to keep the desk nice and clear as it is now, but I obviously have to put all the computer and the hardware on here. What I'd like to do is, as much as possible, hide the cords. And if possible, I'd really like to hide the laptop itself. I'm actually not a big fan of drawers in desks because I think that they just get full of crap and never actually get removed. So what I'm going to go for to hide the laptop is just an open shelf that's going to sit underneath this corner, and that's where my laptop's going to be, but I'll be able to easily get it in and out and still plug things in and out if I actually need to. But I won't be able to see it unless I actually look for it. So I was just thinking, how nice is the bamboo desktop that Flexispot set me up with? It would be a real shame to ruin. And so now I can slide my laptop inside here and still have easy access to plug things in and out, but I'll hide all the cords. And because it's open at the front and the back, I'll still have lots of airflow, so there's no problems with cooling. So ordinarily, underneath here would be pretty much dead space. However, because the E7 can travel up to almost 1.3 meters, for reference books, the type that I pick up once every month just to flick through a page and then put them away again, I think this might be perfect. And of course, books are heavy enough, but this bamboo is actually quite heavy. So what I'm going to do is limit my bookshelf to about 900 mil so that I can fit it in between the legs of the E7. That way I think the frame will help support it and we shouldn't get any sagging on top. Bamboo's got a really interesting texture, I guess. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it's something different, so I would like to keep it. I've got no idea how well it takes glue though, so I'm going to pre-drill and also screw it with some nice long screws, glue it all up, and then probably just cross my fingers and hope for the best. To be honest, I've really got my fingers crossed that this project works out well. It's winter now in Melbourne, which means it's cold and it's dark, but it's dark by like 5 o'clock, and I work from home. So normally I would work from home, I would finish work, and then I would go for a walk for an hour or two. I don't like going out when it's really cold and completely dark and just miserable outside. So I'm not getting out there. And I need somewhere to sit back and relax. Yeah, I actually do need it. So fingers crossed this project works out. I'm using carnauba polish, which is something new to me. It goes on like a cream, which is pretty cool. I have had the heater running in here so that it's not completely freezing, but I'm putting it on, letting it sit for about 10 minutes and then buffing it off. So I'm going to keep on doing that. Three coats of polish done and dusted, and the table feels fantastic. Now I've got to do a job that I haven't really been looking forward to. I've got to go clear out the office so that I can bring this one in. It's a big job, and that's why I can't be bothered doing it. It's going to take quite a bit of time. There's a lot of work to do taking out the old desk, and wait a second. Man, this is really cool. It changes the room from being a messy little box to actually being a bigger space because you can go underneath the desk. It's cleaner than the office has ever been, and I love it to bits. The plywood and the Tassie oak is much more interesting to look at compared to the old melamine, so I'm really, really happy with how this has come out. And I love having the book stored underneath here. They're still easily accessible, but I don't have to see them. It's not a big eyesore when I walk in the office anymore. And you may or may not believe me, but I was going to go buy myself a standing desk about a month or two ago. I was looking at one from Desky, so they're a competitor of Flexispot. The Desky one with the bamboo top and pretty much the same stands and all that sort of stuff was going to run at about, I think it was 1,000 or just over 1,000 Australian. Whereas if you were to buy the same model as the one Flexispot have sent me, it's only about $6.99. So there's a huge difference in price, and the stand is absolutely amazing. I'm really, really pleased with it. And honestly, I think I want to go buy another one for the kitchen table now. I haven't even shown you the best part though. I finally have a little place all to myself. No one's going to want to take this little spot away from me.